Good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to Paisano's Music and Vinyl Talk. Team Paisano coming at you. Say hello, Genevieve.
Meow. I'm not a furry, I swear.
Not a furry. Nope.
Meow.
We do
Meow.
have furries down here.
Yeah, there is furry creatures.
You'll probably hear Raven, as she's known affectionately. Black Cat slithering in the dungeon. Spooky. Spooky, spooky. Alright, we're going to talk about the O, as the British affectionately call them. We call them The Who. And their live album, the only live album featuring all four original members, and it's called Live at Leeds. It was recorded at the University of Leeds Refectory on the 14th of February 1970. They decided to record both shows on the 14th of February and the 15th of February in Hull. And the one they did in Hull, they didn't record the bass. So they kind of left that one out, because without John Entwistle's bass, the O is not the O, if you know what I'm saying. Integral member, John Entwistle was, the Ox, as he was known. And they rushed to get this out because it was released on the 11th of May in 1970 simultaneously in Britain and the United States. Released on Decca in the UK and on MCA in the United States. This is obviously a reissue. I bought it in the mid-'80s. And the original opened up, had a gatefold sleeve. The stamp on the front is to kind of give the impression that it's a bootleg. The bootlegs of the time had very similar markings like that. And this is one hell of a live album, although it's very short. Any Who show of 1969 and 1970, the rock opera Tommy was performed from start to finish. And none of that is on this album. In later years, the entire show was released with all of Tommy and these songs. So it's typical of live albums of the period. The live albums among rock bands were still pretty scarce at this point, and but in the jazz world, a lot of live albums, and they were significantly shortened compared to the rest of the show. A complete show was almost unheard of, and that was pretty much the case with the live albums of the very early days of rock. 69, 70, the Rolling Stones released Get Your Ya-Ya's out in 1970, and that was heavily edited, chopped up. You can hear
The deformed creature in the back who won't shut up.
Deformed? Yeah, she's not deformed.
She's majorly deformed.
Fully formed cat.
No, deformed. She only has 3 legs. Half of her brain is gone. She has one eye.
Sometimes I feel like half of my brain is gone.
Well,
it's one thing we have in common. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I always hear the truth from the kids. This only has 5 songs on it. It's a terrific sounding album for the songs that it does have. It's very upfront. Sounds significantly better than the Rolling Stones' Get Your Ya-Ya's Out. It was produced by Kit Lambert, who was the Who's manager. And he had to have had some help. I don't think he could have done this single-handedly, but what do I really know about his skills as a producer? I really don't. But I would assume that other people had their hands in it, because it sounds fantastic. And let's go over the track listing. Side 1, Young Man's Blues, Substitute, Summertime Blues, which was performed at Woodstock, Shakin' All Over, an old Johnny Kidd and the Pirates song. Side 2, My Generation, which is stretched out to 14 minutes and 27 seconds and includes snippets of other tunes. And it finishes with The Magic Bus, which is also stretched out to 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Like I said, it came out at MCA. The original MCA label had it looked like handwriting. Once again, to kind of hint at a bootleg. Bootlegs would have handwritten white labels on them, but this is, was reissued many times before I got my hands on it, and that's a pretty modern, new school MCA Records label of the early to mid '80s. Let's talk about subscriptions.
Shout out to Lily.
Shout out to
cakes.
Lily. Yes.
Baby cake.
Absolutely. Smooches for Lily. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We talk about
rock and roll.
Rock and roll, yeah. Well said. Well said, John Viev. And if you've been watching for some time and you like to subscribe, shame on you.
Subscribe now.
Stop being a leech.
Ray will come after you, right?
Ray, a savage.
Yeah.
An absolute savage, scratching herself in a box currently. Yeah. Tune in Monday night.
Oh,
Grab the
nice.
Pittsburgh Pirates hat, give it a little shake-a-rooney. Genevieve will reach her hand in just like that. Pull out a slip of paper. And then we'll talk about it next Saturday. Until then, YouTube. Thank you and good night. Say good night, Genevieve.
Nighty night, queens.